Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're looking at the Kimo Cordless Impact Driver. Now a while back I reviewed the Kimo 20V Cordless Drill. You can watch that video later, link is up in the corner. So I was so impressed with that Kimo drill that I decided to do a review of their impact driver also. You guys know I'm always looking for the greatest tools at the most affordable prices, and this certainly qualifies. This is a 20V lithium-ion cordless impact driver, and it is brushless. Most of the inexpensive cordless drivers that I have tested up until now have been brushed units. This one is brushless, which kicks it up into the higher end category like DeWalt or Milwaukee. But this one is still very affordable compared to the other name brands. If you were to try to get a name brand like DeWalt or Milwaukee and have it bring everything that comes in this kit here, you would be spending double the price at least compared to this one. So I'm going to go through and talk about all the features of this Kimo 20V brushless impact driver, and then we're going to do some torture testing and see how it performs compared to the other previous units that I have tested. And if you enjoy honest tool reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another tool review video. So let's unpack this baby and see what we get. First of all, it comes in a plain brown box. It is an Amazon product, so plain brown wrapper here. Let's take it out and see what we get. And right off the bat, one of the good things about this kit, it comes in a nice hard case. Unlike a lot of the other units that we have looked at previously, those come in generic soft work pouches, whatever you want to call them. This one comes in a hard case. I like hard cases because they're good for storage and they protect your tools. So let's see what we get inside. First off, you get the instructions, and you should probably read through those. Then you get a battery, which is a 2 amp hour battery. You get some bits. You get the charger, which is a very simple Kimo charger. Not a lot of complicated stuff going on like other companies do. For this one, it's just green means the power is on, red means it's charging, green again when it's fully charged. Very easy to understand. And we get the unit itself. There you can see what we're looking at. Let's take a little closer look at this. Let me put this aside. And let's talk a little bit more about the unit itself. Now this one, like I said, is brushless, which means 50% more power, 1.5% more torque, and less noise. And let's see, to give you a visual as to how much smaller these are, because brushless units are always smaller than brushed units. Let's compare it to my Bauer unit. This one is brushed, this one is brushless. And let me line them up for you, and you can see it is a lot smaller. Meaning the brushless unit will fit into smaller places compared to the brushed unit. And this one is more top heavy than this one, so much less stress and strain on your hands and arms and so forth while you're using it, if you're using it all day long on a big project. So to give you an idea what it is, basically you're looking at 5.5 inches in length, 3 inches in width, and 8 inches in height. So very compact unit. It is a 1/4 inch chuck compared to most of the others. They're all the same, 1/4 inch chuck. And this one produces 221 foot-pounds or 2652 inch-pounds if you want to look at it that way, or 300 Newton meters. So very good, strong, powerful unit. It has a maximum of 2800 RPMs and it has a variable speed trigger. Let me pop in the battery. So you have your variable speed trigger control, and one cool thing that this unit, well, let me show you right now, it has a LED also, which points straight ahead, so it points right at the job that you're working on. But like I was saying, one very cool thing about this unit is that you have your variable speed trigger, as I pointed out, and you also have a smart torque or speed control, whatever you want to call it, down here built into it. And in case you're wondering what this is for, well, this controls the power that you're outputting. And you have a digital selector down there, and you can select high, medium, and low. And the purpose of this is, let me give you a different sort of example. For example, the Hercules line from Harbor Freight. They sell both a 20-volt driver like this and a 12-volt driver. The reason being, for some jobs, you don't want to use a 20-volt driver because it's too strong and you can strip off the heads, whatever the screws or bolts or whatever it is that you're using. So that's the reason they have a 12-volt unit, so you don't damage the items that you're working with or working on. Well, this one has it all built into one. You select your speed up here, but you can also select the amount of power that you're outputting down here with this selector. That way, you don't have to have two different units to do one job. This takes less space in your toolbox because you only have one unit and you can select the strength from minimum all the way up to maximum. Where the other way, you need two different units. One more powerful, one less powerful. This is the smart way to do it. So this comes with 6 driver bits. Let's see, let's talk about the bits here for a moment. Let me open them up and show you exactly what it brings. Like I said, this kit is quite extensive. It brings the belt clip. I normally don't use these, but some people like them, and it would go right there like that. And it brings 4 nut drivers and 6 screwdriver bits, which we're going to be using in just a moment. So very complete right off the bat. If you don't have any of this stuff, it comes with torque rated bits all ready for you to use. So that's very convenient right there. And like I said, it comes with the battery and the charger. It has an overmold on the back, convenient for pushing, overmold on the trigger, the handle, very easy to use. It is a metal body, so metal on the tip here, metal on the body itself, very, very convenient, solidly built. And this unit, basically this whole kit that you just saw, retails for $89.99 on Amazon, and the link is down below. And it comes with a 24-month or 2-year warranty. That is pretty darn good compared to some of the other manufacturers out there like Harbor Freight, which only brings 90 days. So this is a very awesome unit right here. One thing that I like also about Kimo, like I was pointing out, this unit comes with a battery and a charger. Every single Kimo unit that I have seen comes with a battery and a charger. This is one reason that it makes Kimo very convenient for people that have other brands. For example, let's say you have DeWalt, Milwaukee, Harbor Freight, Hercules, Bauer, whatever you have. Most of those companies play the game where they will sell you some units that are tool only. They will not come with a battery or charger. So you have to either be in the family and have the battery and charger already, or you have to factor in the cost of buying the battery and charger separately. Every single Kimo drill that I have looked at so far comes with a battery and a charger. So for the price you see, you get everything you need to operate the tool. You don't need to bother factoring in the higher cost of a battery and a charger. And if you're not in the Kimo family and you want to stay with another brand, but you want just one tool that they have, you can feel free to buy it because the one tool comes ready to use. Everything you need already in the package. Not like other brands where you don't have that, so you can't do that. So this is very convenient. And one thing also to point out about the battery on this unit is that it does come with a very colorful indicator on the back of the unit, where the previous battery that came with the drill that I bought did not have an indicator. This one does. So they must have upgraded since I got the previous drill. So this one actually comes in quarters, and as you can see, very colorful. And I prefer quarters instead of thirds like the Bauer unit does. It's just easier to tell where your battery is with quarters. So that's very, very cool right there. So I'm going to see this came with some residual energy in it. I'm going to see if I drain it down and then recharge it, and I'll tell you exactly how long it takes to recharge from fully drained. Okay, so here we are. So I drained the battery fully and I popped it on the charger. It is now fully charged, as you can see on there. And from fully drained to fully charged, it took about 90 minutes to charge it up. That's not too bad. That's about normal for this type of battery. So anyway, we're going to get going on that, pop it right off of here. And now, as you can see, it is fully charged. It had some residual charge on it before, so I drained it, fully charged back up, 100% now. We're going to be doing some torture testing in a moment. One thing I wanted to point out also is that these nut drivers that come in the kit with the driver are pretty darn good. They all come with magnets built into them. If you can see that there, they all come with magnets. So let me see, what size is this one? There you go. See, as you can see, it is magnetized. So that makes it very, very convenient. Most of the other bits that I have come across are not magnetized. So that is a good feature right there. So let's, I'm going to see if I use this one. Let's go do some torture testing and see how the driver works out. Okay guys, so here we're going to be moving on to the normal torture testing that I do for most drivers. We're going to start off small and work our way up. First of all, we're going to start off with some regular deck screws, and these are 1¼ inch right here, 2 inches and 3 inches. And then we'll build up to some much bigger bolts, small, medium, and large. This is over 5 inches right here. This is the big monster that not a lot of them can really compete with. They can't really handle it. They can't sink it all the way. So how will this one do? This is the big torture test right here. So we're going to start off with these. I'm going to use the Phillips driver that came with the Kimo unit, and then one of the drivers that came with the unit. The other two, I did not have the sizes that match, so I have to use my own sockets to use it, and the Warrior adapter. So I have the Warrior adapter, which I've talked about before and used before, and it's been very good to me, and put my own socket on those, and we'll put those to use. So let's get started on this. Take these out of here. They were just there so you guys could see them, and then now we'll put them through the actual testing. Like I said, I'm using the Phillips bit that came with the unit, so let's see how that performs. So we'll start off with easy 1¼ inch bits, screws, see how it does. Oh, very, very easy, no effort whatsoever. No effort at all. Let's move on to the 2 inchers. No problem. Let's go to the second 2 incher. Well, it looks like the bit itself got mangled up. So that's not looking too good for the bit itself. So let me go get my own bit and put that in this place. Okay, so I put another bit in it, and let's see how it does. This is my own bit. This is not one that came with the kit. So we'll continue with this. All right, let's try the 3 inch screws and see how that performs. Okay, 3 inch number 1. Let's go on to 3 inch number 2. All right, sunk that baby in there. Let's switch out the bits and move on to the nut driver that came with the unit. See how that performs. We're going with the small screw right here. Okay, sunk that in, no problem. Let's move on to the other unit. This one is this one, there we go. This is the Warrior adapter and my own socket. Medium one, how does it do? And sunk it perfectly. Okay, so we're down to the big one. This is a 3/4 inch. Let's see, can you see it? Where do I have it? 3/4 inch adapter right there. Let's pop this baby in here and see how this big guy does. This is where most of them fail. We will soon find out. Let's see what this can do. Will it go all the way through? You can see down here if it goes through or not. And one thing to say also, I have not pre-drilled this. It is going straight into the solid block of wood. No pre-drilling. I never pre-drill. I want to see exactly what the unit can handle. It may do better with pre-drilled, but we're trying to see the maximum that it can take. So let's see what you can do. Oh, wait a minute, there's a knot right there. Let's move it over. Oh, that's not good. The wood just split. So let's take that out of there and let me get a different piece of wood. Okay, a new fresh piece of wood and device. Let's see how this baby performs. Put it forward. Let's see what she can do. Okay, it is not doing too good. It just can't seem to make it. So it didn't do so great on the big one. Let's try something different. Okay, another test that I like to do is, can it remove the lugs off your car? So can it be used for automotive work? Well, let's find out. Here we go on my Mustang, 13/16 inch lugs. Can you see it? There you go, 13/16. Let's take it off, see what it can do. As you saw, I took it off. Let's put it back on. Nope, I don't want to cross-thread it. Take off another one. So as you can see, it may have to work a little bit on some of them, but it does take it off. Okay guys, here we are back at the bench with some final thoughts on the Kimo 20V Brushless impact driver. I would say it's a perfectly acceptable tool for home use. It is not for commercial use. It is not commercial grade. It is definitely not a DeWalt or a Milwaukee competitor. I would say the tool performed very much like a Ryobi. That is pretty much in line with the results I got when I tested the Ryobi. If you want to see how the other tools perform, go watch my old videos where I did the Bauer, the Hart, the Ryobi, the Milwaukee, etc., etc. You can watch those videos and see which one performs best in your opinion. But I think this one pretty much did about the same thing the Ryobi did. Obviously, I do a torture testing. I do extreme testing so you can see what is the results under extreme conditions. For home use, if you do pre-drilling when you're doing any kind of work on wood and stuff like that, it'll perform perfectly fine. You saw that on the car, removing the lugs, it did the job. It struggled a little bit, but it did the job in the end result. And that was directly right after I did the torture testing on the wood. So obviously it was a little bit heated up and the battery was a little bit drained. In fact, in case you're wondering how much did the battery get consumed in all that testing that I did, it consumed about half the battery. You can see right there. So about half the battery got drained in doing all that testing that I did. And the tool did get a bit warm to the touch in doing all that testing. But like I said, around the house, perfectly fine for any duty you want to put it through. Do it under normal circumstances, pre-drilling, and get yourself some better driver bits for it. The nut drivers are perfectly fine. The Phillips are obviously not very good at all. I'm a little disappointed in the Phillips. As you can see, this one, it got totally mangled up. Obviously very soft metal. I would not rely on these. I would say get your own bits. They're not that expensive. You can buy your own bits from a different company. If you like this tool and you want to have some different bits, you can get Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ryobi, whatever kind of bits you like and put them together. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and be sure to catch me on another video. Hit that subscribe button so you get notified, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.